Alright, so in the last video we talked about what slope-intercept form was and the y equals mx plus b. And we learned that slope is m and that the y-intercept is the b section. And we talked a little bit about how to write an equation from a line. Now we're going to do the opposite. We're going to be given the equation and we need to actually graph the lines. So just as a quick review, we have some different vocabulary words. One we just talked about, which is the slope-intercept form. Another is the y-intercept, where the y-coordinates of the point where a line crosses the y-axis. All right, and then the last one is a linear equation, and that is an equation whose graph is a line. So in the last chapter, we saw some different um, uh, graphs that looked like V's or parabolas, and those are considered not linear equations. So just when it's a line. Okay, so there are 3 steps actually when you are talking about graphing a line, and these 3 steps are, and in this order. Okay, you need to plot the y-intercept first. Then from the y-intercept, you need to use slope to plot at least 2 points, if not 3 or 4. Okay, and then draw the line with arrows. All right, so let's look at how we do that with this problem. So it says graph each line using slope and y-intercept. Okay, so I have y equals 2x plus 1. Well, the first thing we need to do is identify the slope and the y-intercept. So I'm just going to do that real quick. So this is my y-intercept. And then the positive 1, remember you always have to pay attention to the sign in front of it. And then my 2 is my slope. Okay, so this is slope. Now, one thing you need to notice is we need a rise over a run. So whenever it's a full number like 2, we always need to put it over 1. Alright, so the first step we're going to do is plot my y-intercept. So I'm going to say, alright, I go to positive 1. Alright, and then from the y-intercept, I'm going to rise over run, or plot my slope. So I'm going to go up 1, 2, and run 1. Alright, now it's always a good idea to go this way as well as go down from your point. Okay, so in this case, we're going to do the exact opposite. Instead of rising and rising up and running to the right, we're actually going to go down 2 and run to the left. All right, this will give us a really good line. Okay, so if you see these 3 points, or in my case footballs, okay, so then from here I can plot my line right through these points. And don't forget to add the arrows at the end of your line, otherwise it just looks like a line segment. And there we go. All right, we'll do one more example. This next example, same sort of thing. We have y equals 3 halves x minus 2. All right, so we need to identify our y-intercept first. In this case, it's negative 2. Remember, always carry the sign with. So we go over to down 1, 2 on the y-axis. Then I'm going to rise 3, run 2. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, run 1, 2. All right, and then I'm going to go the opposite way. I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3, and over 1. All right, and then I'm going to graph my line. My line's a little off. All right, you get the picture, okay? Normally you wouldn't be plotting these with footballs, you'd be plotting these with points. So but I thought footballs would be a little bit more fun. All right. The last example we're going to do is actually with is a little bit different in the fact that we have a negative slope right now. Okay, so we have a positive slope y-intercept, excuse me, so we're going to go up to 1, 2, 3. And then from here, this is the part that gets a lot of kids stuck. Instead of going down 1 and because it's -1 and -2, you actually just do the rise negatively and then you do the run positively. Okay, so you would go down 1 and run positively. Okay, now you can do the exact opposite to go the opposite way. So we can actually do a +1 and a -2. So what this shows us is that the negative sign here is only applied to either the rise or the run, not both at the same time. So then my line, very badly drawn, is going to look like this. Okay? All right, so in your whisk tonight, I'd actually like you to graph this line right here. Y equals -3/4 x minus 5. So please graph this in your whisk. I'll look for this with your notes and your paragraph in our next class. Otherwise, please come to class with any questions. Thanks, guys.